welcome to Rooted Online. I'm Pastor Sarah, and today we are talking about being fearless. I actually have a clip from a special guest today. His name is Pastor Wayne. Some of you know him as the Overflow Guy, but he is actually my district director for youth, and he is going to be sharing with us a little bit today. But before we do that, let's check out who won this week's $10 mystery card. Hey, congratulations to this week's winner of the $10 mystery card. If you would like to win a $10 mystery card, then watch this video, share it, like it, comment on it, and we will enter your name and a prize for the $10 mystery card. However, this week, not only is it a $10 mystery card, but we have some Fearless merch to give away. I've got this Fearless hoodie, and if you win this week's draw, you will take home this hoodie as well. Let's go check in on Pastor Wayne.
I don't know about you, but I've had a lot of moments in my life where I've felt afraid. I remember this one time I was on vacation in another country with my wife and some friends, and there were four of us, and we were on vacation, and we were in the hotel, and we decided we didn't want to stay in the hotel. We wanted to check out where we were, so we came down to the lobby, and we got in a cab, and we went to this market area where, touristy stuff, where you could buy souvenirs and, taste local food, those kinds of things. And so we had a great time. We're in the lobby, we get in a cab, and he takes us right there for a certain price, and everything is great. We shop for a number of hours, and we have a great time, and then it eventually gets late enough, and we need to go back to our hotel. So of course, the same cab driver is nowhere to be found, so we had to find a new cab driver. And so we find a cab driver who doesn't speak English, and so we kind of communicate the name of our hotel and where we're going, and he tells us that he can get us there, so we all pile into the car. Now, when we left our hotel earlier in the day, we kind of left, we drove on a little road, and then we went on this major highway. Like, we're talking, like the 401, like major highway, multiple lanes to get to where we were going. After a while of being in the car, we noticed we weren't getting on the highway. As a matter of fact, we looked and we could see the highway, and we're driving, and our cab driver actually turns away from the highway. And of course, we're in a foreign country. We have no idea where we're going, and we all just kind of look at each other. I don't know if you've ever had this experience where like something's off, and you're just looking at each other a little bit like, it's okay, no worries. And we're driving, and we're winding on all of these back roads, and we have no idea, literally, where in the world we are. And we turn down this one road, and I'll never forget the scene as long as I live. We turn down this one dirt road, and you're like, I'm in a cab trying to get to a hotel. The dirt road scares me. And I see this car, and the car is like up on blocks. There's no tires. It's been stripped apart. And you're like, what area of the city are we in here? And my friend, in trying to kind of release the tension, because we're all sitting there and we're all scared. We're like, are we going to be on the news in Canada tonight? Like, is this how our journey ends? We have no idea. And she turns to the cab driver and she's like, so this is a shortcut, eh? And he just, I'll never forget it. He just turns to her and he goes, ha, and keeps driving. And in that moment, we're so scared, and we're like, what is going to happen? Well, not to spoil the story, but we did make it back to the hotel alive. And he was taking us the right way. And what we didn't know was there had been a major accident on the highway. And so if we had gotten on the highway, we would have been stuck there for hours. And so by him taking us on these back roads, we made it back to our hotel, and he did the right thing. But it's interesting. As we were looking around us, we started to see things we didn't recognize. We started to see things that didn't look right, and we started to get afraid. I want to share a verse of scripture with you from Isaiah 41:10. And here's what it says. It says, don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand. That's a pretty amazing verse when we're dealing with things that might make us feel afraid. You know, when we were in the cab and we're driving, we began to not trust our driver based on the things that we saw, based on what we thought was the right way to go, based on what we thought was the good and perfect way to get back to our hotel. I think what's interesting about this verse is it actually talks and it serves as a comfort for us in times when things don't go the way we want them to go. It says, don't be afraid, for I, meaning God, am with you. It says, don't be discouraged, for I am your God. And I think that in times like this, you know, as we were putting this whole event together and we were thinking, how do we encourage students to not be fearful? And what we learned as we were looking at it was that we can trust in God because he is with us. We do not have to be afraid. He is our God, and he will strengthen us, and he will help us. And I just want to encourage you as we continue on today to know that he is with us and that he will strengthen us.
Thank you, Pastor Wayne, for reminding us that even when we are not in control of the circumstances around us, that we can put our trust in God and we can be fearless. Check out this song from the Rooted Band.
When darkness tries to roll over my bones, when sorrow comes to steal the joy I own, when brokenness and pain is all I know, I won't be shaken, I won't be shaken. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. Shame no longer has a place to hide. I am not a captive to the lies. I'm